What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Marina. I'm from Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yes.
What's the reason why you converted to Islam then?
So, long story short, I'm a content creator from Spain. And the reason I converted to Islam is because there was a time when I was in a very wrong path. I was doing drugs, I was in the music industry. I was about to sign like a contract, like to basically, I know a lot of people don't believe this, but to sell my soul. It was like this type of like thing. And you know, somehow God guided me to not to sign that contract, to get away from that country. I was in Argentina about to sign with a big label. And then I said, okay, I've seen so many bad stuff going on. I've seen, you know, like rituals, you know, like some sort of satanic things.
Wow.
And then I said, okay, if there is bad, it must be good. So then I said like, okay, it's my time to look in the scriptures for God. So basically, because all of the thing happened, I ended up in a psychiatric hospital. Like, this is how bad it was. And then I was like, okay, I'm taking with me Al-Quran and the Bible. And I'm gonna try to find myself somewhere. I started with the Bible, but it had a couple of things that didn't resonate with me. So I started to read the Quran. And then I remember this time in the psychiatric hospital, I was in my lowest point, but I was the happiest person because I had like God with me. I felt like God was guiding me for the first time in my life. And I felt like I was reading God's words through the Quran. But I swear I was like crying, I was paranoid, I was in depression, I was also having hallucinations because, you know, also from the abuse of substances and at the same time of the music industry itself. Like, I got to see what was going on there and I was like, you know, I couldn't believe there's so much bad in this world. And that's how I was like, okay.
That was deep.
My purpose in life is honestly to spread the world of Al-Quran, even though I don't like spread it on my social media 24/7. But you know, for me, because I'm from Spain, most people in Spain are not Muslims, so it's very hard to get into their mindset. And I believe like you need to be slow by slow. You need to first start talking about God, then talking about how to dress more modest, even though I'm not like fully modest. But I'm like, I'm trying, you know, I'm trying step by step.
No, I'm interested. So how would you define being a Muslim, especially from your perspective as a revert?
So for me, being a Muslim is to follow just one straight and clear path, which is there's only one God. There was one last prophet, which is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And at the same time, you need to follow the rest of the prophets and you need to believe in the day of judgment and you need to do righteous deeds, which are like go to Mecca, pray 5 times a day and stuff like that. But that's slowly by slowly. Like, the first thing you need to have in your heart is the thing that there's only one God.
Tawhid,
Yeah. And how do you say it?
Tawhid.
Tawhid. See, I didn't know that. So there is only one God and you need to follow the prophets and you need to investigate about the prophets' life because they really like an inspiration for us. I'm gonna be completely honest and raw here. Like, I was dancing in lingerie on my social media in front of 1 million people, or like all of my followers. I was like, woo, crazy, getting drunk, partying, and doing that in front of millions of people. So it's like, you know, it's like a big thing that you regret about, but still it's like you also as a Muslim, you need to be like, okay, I accepted Islam. Now, God forgive me my sins.
Exactly. Forgiving
Yeah.
and merciful. That's Allah.
Yeah.
Literally. You know.
Do you have sometimes like the thought of the past and then it somehow maybe affect the way you do your ibadah, your worship? Like, you know, sometimes we got a glimpse of our past and then we feel like so guilty and then it makes us lazier to do
Pray.
salah or something like that. Has that ever happened to you?
I think yes, just because a lot of times shaitan comes into your mind and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make you doubt about yourself, about Islam, about what you're doing, about your husband, about, like, you know, for me, I had psychosis 3 times in my life. So I had hallucinations about many different stuff. And at the end of the day, when I got out of that, because I had like a traumatic past, let's say. When I got out of that, I realized it was shaitan playing my mind, trying to make me do that thing wrong, hurt somebody, be like negative, aggressive, whatever. So I think at the end of the day, we have to understand that our thoughts not always are our thoughts. They sometimes come from something else.
What about your parents though? Like, what's their opinion about you converted to Islam? Was it hard for you? Like,
So when my father saw me for the first time with the Quran, he's like a Ukrainian soldier.
Oh,
He saw me. He was in the war in Ukraine, but he got retired. He saw me with Al Quran, and he beat me, like very hard. Like he took away the Quran from me. And the same for my mom. When she saw me praying, she really she hit me.
could you please hug her?
Like we trying to pursue perfection, but we need to realize we're never gonna be perfect. Never, none of us. Like only he is perfect.
Yeah.
The rest of us, we are normal, average people who try to do their best. But him, he watches everything. He knows our hearts. He sees our souls. He knows our end. We don't.
You don't.
I know her because I met her at Masjid Muhammad during Ramadan. It was my first Ramadan doing istikaf, which for us Muslims means like to stay in the masjid and to be there the whole night. And I met her there. She came to me and she said something about my prayer and about where I'm from.
yes.
And we started like slowly and slowly to become friends.
Amazing.